Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart. It's a set in 135 scale, of course, and here we get the generator PE-95 with a few tanks. So in 135 scale it might be a handy addition for some diorama ideas. And of course what I have here on the table is the final shape of this release, so you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. In my opinion, this is quite a handy thing, and of course you don't have to use everything at once, but still we are going to open it together and check what is supplied here. By the way, the kit number is written there, it's 35662. Box art basically shows all of the items which are included here, and here you can see comparison with my hand. Then on the side we find the address of the manufacturer and some safety advices, while on the opposite side you can see 3 other kits from the same series. I reviewed them as well, by the way, so you can find it easily on YouTube channel. And of course we have this small sign that decals are printed in cartograph, so we shouldn't be worried about any printing quality issues. This is a top opening box, and here's what we have inside. So all parts are sealed into one plastic bag, and I'm going to cut through it with a knife probably, because I don't have scissors with me. But in the meantime, I can also remind you that you can support us with a small donation, and it's quite easy thing to do because there is a link in the video description, and of course you can do it with the help of big red button on the website as well, and it's done via PayPal, so it should be safe and quick, I would say. So I've opened the plastic bag. First of all, I would like to start with plastic parts, and then we will continue with other items as well. So here I have the oil canisters, which are supplied on the separate frame. So let's zoom in and maybe open the lenses. So as you can see, they should be assembled out of several parts, but overall design I would say is somewhat logical for such item. And here's what we have from the opposite side. Don't worry about these push marks, they will not, let's say, influence the assembly process, so it's not a serious problem in my opinion. Next we have 2 identical plastic frames, so probably I will show them both from both sides. So these are the fuel barrels, as you can see, or oil barrels if you prefer. We have the guiding pins inside, so it should be easy to align them together, and overall molding quality is pretty much as what we saw on the previous sprue, so there shouldn't be any issue. And as you can see, the external features looking good, so I don't think you'll have any problem with that as well. And of course these items, they just ask to be properly weathered, because it will give you even better result. By the way, this sprue is supplied in 2 pieces. Here I found the second one, it was just flying around the box. And next we have another pair of the frames. So again I will show you from both sides. And as you can see here, we have the jerry cans, and this is item which can be encountered also in some other releases from this brand. And overall design I would say somewhat simple, so you assemble 2 hulls together and you have the handles here separately. And of course we have the guiding pins here, so it shouldn't be a difficult thing to get those together. And the only thing is that in some cases it might be a bit, I would say, problematic to decide how you paint these items, so definitely decide it in advance and try to replicate it carefully. And I think in 135 scale it's always a handy addition. As for the drum barrels, and which were on the previous sprues, as you can see here we have top and bottom sections, so those ones also feature some pre-molded details, and just like on the real item they are stamped out. And again, this is a perfect opportunity to replicate some scratches on those elements. We also have the hand pump here, and again some parts are really tiny. You can see comparison with my hand, or with my finger actually, so in some cases you'll have to use the tweezers, because otherwise it will be really a nightmare to install them. And here from the opposite side you can see that we don't have any possible issues. By the way, the thin parts are molded in a really clean quality, so that's also something to appreciate, because it means you won't have to spend your time cleaning those parts. As for the small oil canisters, as you can see here we have top and bottom parts. We also have the funnel, which is molded as a single piece part, so I will try to show you closer. And note also that the handles on this bottom and top parts. They are pre-molded, so it might be a good idea to try to replicate this as separate parts. Of course, it will take a bit of the effort, but I think it might be worth it in case you would like to replicate them as extended. And here you can check them from the opposite side. So these edges are actually working as the position elements as well, so that's quite a smart design, which should be I would say fine to work with during the assembly. And now we turn our attention to the generator. So with this one, it will be a way bigger sprue. So first of all, let me show you the whole sprue. As you can see, we have large panels which should be combined together. We have more jerry cans here. And also we have the wheels applied here. I'm not sure where it will be installed, probably some spare wheel, maybe something else. But let's zoom in again so that you can see what we actually get here. I would say the external features are looking good for this scale. And in a second I will also flip over the sprue just to check what is from the opposite side. So here, as you can see, we have some guiding elements and guiding tabs, which will help you with the proper alignment of these parts together. And do not worry that this is a boxy structure which is being assembled out of separate panels. I don't think it will be a huge issue, and usually such things from Miniart are still easy to assemble, so I don't think this one will be an exclusion. And as you saw, we have the dials pre-molded. So for the dials and for the various writings, we have the Decals sheet. It's quite small. Again, I remind you that it comes from Cartograph, and here you can see all of the symbols. And well, for some of the symbols you will have to use tweezers, because for example those tiny writings are really, I would say, troublesome to apply with bare fingers, but I don't think it's a huge issue. It's just something you should pay attention and try not to lose, because there are no spare decals supplied here. And another thing is the small envelope, which looks like this. And that's what is usually used for the PE thread. So here we also get the unpainted PE thread. And here you'll find the parts for the jerry cans, also some parts for the generator. And the Miniart logo can be actually cut out and used for the stand. I know some models actually do this, but this is already your decision. And as for the assembly manual, it is quite simple. It's printed in black and white, but well, the subject itself is quite simple, so that's why I'm not asking for the color here. And as you can see, no history node, of course. We have the parts map here and paints chart. Then we continue with assembly process for the fuel drums and jerry cans. Everything is quite simple, as you can notice. And on the opposite side, we have the more of the cans and jerry cans assembled. And then we have the generator assembly. So also quite a straightforward process. We have the Decals application guide here. So it's just a matter of deciding on how you will paint those parts and how you will weather them. But this is already the question of which references you have available and how you would like to treat your build. As for the whole kit, it should be already available in Modelimex, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.